Alright, Blade versus Buffy, here we go. I'm rooting for my man Blade here, but Buffy seems to take this in the bag. But and then again, though, both characters does have pretty reliable win cons. So let's just watch this. I honestly can't wait. It's been a while since we got a live action episode. Yeah, okay.
Blade versus Buffy.
The Daywalker versus the Vampire Slayer.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
I wonder
And
what's
it's
the
our
setup.
job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out
That's
who would
the
win
most
a death battle.
understood part, I think.
They're
Seems really
known by
good.
many names: Revenant, Vortala, Nosferatu.
Vampires. When the moon is out and the night is young, these undead demons are out for blood.
Fitting then that the greatest foe of those who stalk the night is the one who can
Oh,
walk
yeah.
the day.
Blade's so
Blade.
cool.
Is that really his costume?
Hang on.
Now there's a man who doesn't file his taxes.
True.
Blade is one of the coolest superheroes ever, and basically kickstarted the comic book movie craze.
And yet, he is also seemingly the only one who knows or cares that in the world of Marvel, vampires exist. Seriously, nobody talks about this.
Blade doesn't need anyone's help. He'll just aura farm by himself.
Yeah.
Even Blade's birth was
Thanks.
hardcore. Just as
Hey,
the
boy,
young Eric
thing.
Brooks' mother was in labor,
Make that
her
new one,
attending
new model.
doctor turned out to be the vampire Deacon
Probably
Frost.
because
And he drank her blood right
you
before
can't
she
fit
gave
the
birth.
movie.
This infused Eric
There
with
was
Frost's
something.
vampiric blood,
Just
turning him
something.
half human, half vampire. A Dampier.
Giving
Yep,
him
Vampire.
a ton of vampy powers, but none of their weaknesses like garlic, holy water, or
Pretty much a
something.
perfect
Eric would
vampire.
hone these abilities under the tutelage of vampire hunter Jamal Afari, sharpening him into a blade that would reap the vampire plague for good.
Blade is
Okay.
strong and fast enough to toss around 1,000-pound demons and cut bullets out of the air. He can keep up
he's
with Wolverine,
way stronger
like
than that.
Cyclops' light-speed optic blasts, and his Kevlar DuPont armor helped him take the top of Count Von Stadt's castle exploding.
He can heal small wounds immediately and sniff out the supernatural with his hypersenses. Also, his fangs can drain his victims of magical energies.
After studying the ways of Hong Kong Kung Fu movies, Blade became a master martial artist. Ah yes, the Rufus from
Mercer-
Street Fighter
martial
School of
arts
Kung Fu.
shapeshifter.
While the only martial art he's been stated to know is Krav Maga, we know he's mastered
Okay.
more. So, for the full scope of his martial arts ability, we'll examine the Blade movies as performed by Wesley Snipes.
By looking at Snipes'
This is
training
still
and
the preview
choreography,
part, so
we know
I'm
Blade
still
uses
aware
Kung
of
Fu,
this part.
Capoeira, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Eskrima, kickboxing, Shotokan Karate, and Hapkido. Add on Blade's knack for stealthy takedowns, and I guess you could call him Marvel's
Batman.
Batman.
Blade's training progressed smoothly until Afari was attacked and had his blood drained by Dracula. Seriously, Avengers, Dracula is real. Why aren't you doing anything about this? He's right there!
Or
Phil.
not with that attitude. Blade took a page out of the book of
Blades.
Boomstick
Blade
and
is
tried
Chucky,
filling
okay,
that
I
hole
see.
with every kind
Oh,
of
he
weapon
does get
imaginable.
Boite.
He's got so many.
Okay.
They're his apartment decorations.
didn't
Handguns,
think
assault
he'd
rifles,
get
and
Boite.
explosives make up the brunt of his firepower. And he
And I
enjoys getting up close
stress
and
the
personal with his
edge of
dual
the
acid-edged
trials.
titanium katanas.
Speaking of glorious
Okay.
Nippon steel, he's got a sword made out of adamantium.
Specifically, secondary adamantium, a variant
Yep,
of the metal
okay.
that is mass producible.
It might not be quite as strong as Cap's shield, but it can cut right through heavy hitters like Ultron and the Hulk.
Naturally, Blade has even more
Okay, here we go.
swords. His Atlantean ones can slice through magical enchantments. The Word Sword can harm intangible demons, and the Justiciar
Damn.
can slay fallen angels.
Yeah, he's got some weird stuff he can pull out of his ass, like a Hellfire shotgun that burns your
Yep,
soul,
we see
or
this.
hypodermic needles filled with vampire blood. Seems kinda dumb to turn people into vampires, but
Yeah,
it
it
does
is
make
vampire.
them more vulnerable to Blade's arsenal.
All
And he
that
does have,
pales
like,
in
a cure
comparison
for
to
them
the
as well.
arch weapon of hell in Blade's possession.
Reading
The
gun.
breathing gun. It is a living firearm that hisses in the presence of demonic forces. Its sentient bullets chase its victims down. The wounds they cause cannot be healed. And if they get lodged in your body, they'll slowly devour you from the inside out. They can even hurt Hell Lords and even greater threats like the Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Blade took everything he had and fought his one-man war for almost 100 years.
He's battled hordes of vampires while skydiving, infiltrated the Pentagon, and even took on Spider-Man like Miles Morales, who could absorb the energy of a bomb that could destroy Harlem. Blades even bested the Spirit of Vengeance, Zarathos.
And while he occasionally allied with teams like the Avengers, he prefers to work alone.
I probably would too if they only cared about me when I was helping them and not ridding the world of, you know, vampires.
That, and Blade is scared of what he might do if he loses control, because he does have one classic vampire weakness, a thirst for blood. Blah.
Even more so after he had a daughter, Brielle, whom he avoided for fear of endangering her. If his bloodlust does overwhelm him, he will enter a berserker rage, skyrocketing his strength at the cost of his sanity.
Though it does make him even better at killing vamps. He's made a cottage industry out of whooping Dracula's ass.
Dracula is unsurprisingly powerful, capable of summoning a thunderstorm that covered all of Boston with a wave of his hand.
Drac apparently didn't hold a grudge though, since he eventually made Blade the sheriff of Vampirsk, a vampire nation in the ruins of Chernobyl.
Amazingly, Dracula has even given Blade some of his own blood, which allows him to shapeshift into multiple forms, like a wolf,
I've seen this in the
G1 or a cloud
G1.
of mist.
So he can force his way inside your body and blow you up from the inside out.
I don't think
Ant-Man
that's gonna
style.
work on Buffy.
With you with the Ant-Man. Blade's hatred of vampires is only matched by his hatred of himself. However, when Brielle showed signs of vampiric powers, Blade finally found a reason to reconnect with his daughter, training her the same way Afari trained him a century prior.
Even after Blade was possessed by the first vampire ever and tried to take over the planet, Brielle put her dad's teachings to the test, saving both him and the world.
And proving that Blade's lonely war need not be so lonely anymore. With his daughter at his side, and also this plant creature pet called Boy Thing, let Marvel's vampires beware. For should they indulge their unnatural urges, he'll be sure to meet their end at the tip of his blade.
Okay. Pretty good analysis.
In every generation, there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness. She is the Slayer.
For thousands of years, a new Slayer would be granted incredible powers and was destined to die young in battle against evil, passing their powers on to the next Slayer, and the next, and so on. That is, until the newest Slayer would change everything. Buffy Ann Summers.
Not exactly the first girl you'd think is the savior of humanity. Buffy's
Slayer's
only goals in
pineapple
life were, in
pizza.
her own words, graduate
At
from high
least
school,
two.
go to Europe, marry Christian Slater, and die.
But that would all change when the Watcher Merrick appeared and revealed her destiny.
Wow.
Like, total bummer.
Merrick trained Buffy in the arts of vampire slaying, and she became so efficient that she burned down her school.
Oh yeah.
Forcing her and her mom to move to Sunnydale,
Like,
California to start a new life,
I'm watching
far away from any
season
more
one
bloodsuckers
right now.
and bad makeup.
Unfortunately, small problem, Sunnydale just so happened to be
Burning
right
down
on
your
top
school
of a hell
is a
mountain,
really
where the
crazy
boundary
way to
between
start
Earth
off.
and Hell is permeable.
Yeah, that sounds like the Valley, alright.
Specifically,
The Valley, alright. Along with new Watcher Giles, Wallflower Willow, part-time bad boy, part-time sad boy Angel, magical retcon sister Dawn, and Xander.
no.
Buffy and her Scooby gang would battle a never-ending series of monsters.
Yeah.
And we
talking
mean
about it.
truly never ending. Sure, there's the TV show, but Buffy has also been slaying vampires across video games, comics, and 128 novels. Tens of thousands of pages of Buffy
So
lore
many
you've never heard
material.
of.
But we're just crazy enough to speed read them all.
Buffy carries a variety of anti-vampire weaponry. There's wooden stakes, of course, sometimes dipped in Gorgon venom that can turn you to stone. Though she's also experienced with axes, swords, quarterstaffs,
Razor
holy
blades.
water, just about anything.
You said
Laser
it.
rifle.
When she fought an ancient demon
Hey.
unable to be killed by any weapon forged in his time, Buffy introduced his stupid ass to the 20th century.
She's also a master of Aikido, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, karate, kung fu, wushu, tai chi, kendo, capoeira, and taekwondo.
Buffy apparently thinks Hong Kong's kung fu movie masters could learn a thing or two.
No kidding. Thanks to her Slayer senses, her reflexes are
Yeah.
fine-tuned enough to dodge close-range Gatling gun fire, lightning
And
bolts from the
she's
sky, and even
able
beams of
to
light. She's
get
kept up
past
with another
memories
Slayer,
from
Faith, who can
every
dodge
Slayer.
laser beams from point-blank range.
Buffy's
Which
strong
could
enough to
farm
bend
up with
rebar,
blades
punch this
of
4.5-ton
He's
bat
been
monster into
slaying
the air,
vampires since he was
and
12.
smash hard enough to tear
Oh.
apart a building.
And despite her lack of armor,
Yeah,
she can
there's
survive
lots
massive
of those.
explosions, like the one that destroyed Cephalian's lair that's bigger on the inside.
She can even fight blindfolded, but if she is injured, she heals fast enough to be totally
super
fine by the next
resistance.
episode.
One time,
Slayer
Angel
Lance.
sucked out
I mean,
almost
yeah.
all of the blood from
Slayer
her body,
mode.
and she survived.
I
Doubly
don't
impressive
see
since Angel's blood
Weird
draining also
strains.
drains magical energy.
Yeah, Buffy's own magic makes her weirdly resilient to esoteric attacks, like when she expelled this misty shadow demon trying to possess her body, or when she resisted her
that's-
soul being ripped apart and scattered across time.
Or that time she jumped into a vat of boiling liquid so hot it could reduce people to skeletons, and she was just fine.
She might not show physical scars, but she sure has emotional ones. Being the Slayer put a huge burden on Buffy's life.
Unable to live normally, she felt isolated,
Yep.
forced to internalize the trauma she faced on a daily basis. Sure, she had friends, but they couldn't understand her unique struggle.
Like when Angel turned evil after he took her virginity and tried to destroy the world. That must be one of those metaphors.
Sometimes the worst enemies are the ones you can't fight and who don't fight back.
Made even worse by her having all the memories of the other Slayers bouncing around in her head, dating back to
Yeah,
the
there
Stone
is.
Age.
Buffy has dreamt of every battle a Slayer has ever fought, and can call upon those skills in a fight, even subconsciously.
But this includes the memories of their deaths. Countless women violently dying young, a reminder of her
Must be pretty
inevitable
hard,
fate.
but
A
the
fate
toll,
that came to pass
like the
when she fought
pressure
the
it
Hell
carries.
God Glory. After leaping into Glory's reality-ending interdimensional hole,
A glory hole, if you will.
Buffy sacrificed herself to save the universe, dying a hero's death.
Nah, she's
It
fine.
appears my glory hole joke was poorly timed.
Finally freed of her unfair earthly responsibilities, Buffy's soul ascended to heaven in perfect bliss. Until her friends brought her back to life in the agony of existence! This absolutely crushed Buffy, and ironically, annihilated her will to live.
Oh, that's rough, Buffy. But with the show renewed for more seasons, she had to nut up and continue her endless crusade against all things Spirit Halloween.
Buffy's battled for 48 hours straight,
Okay.
defeated vampires immune to traditional vampiric
that's-
weaknesses, and destroyed the Sword of Sano, which caused the Great
Micro-
Hansen earthquake.
And of course, both Buffy and her friends have defeated countless immensely powerful demons.
Like the Queller Demon, which arrived as a meteor and caused the Tunguska explosion, which destroyed over 2,000 square kilometers of forest. Or the Sorrow Demon, which caused a storm that blanketed Los Angeles.
She's also
Whoa,
a match for
what's
Angel,
that?
who survived a blast that could rupture a continental shelf, and took hits from Whistler, whose magic contained a bomb that could vaporize London.
She even faced off against the first evil,
goodness.
literally the embodiment of all evil that predates reality
Oh, here we go.
itself.
First
Forced
evil.
into battles against stronger and stronger baddies, Buffy clearly needed something to even the odds. The, Slayer Saint.
It's actually a
Yep,
prodigy.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna say it. This thing is bullshit.
Containing the essence of Buffy's
Oh,
Slayer
yeah.
powers and created to
They
defeat ancient
creating
demons. The
portals,
scythe can deflect
forced to
magical
kill the
projectiles
old
and
ones.
slice through just about
Let's see the
anything.
child
Ghosts,
room.
magic,
Wait,
even space
what?
itself, destabilizing
I'm
reality in the
sorry,
process.
what?
Even Silas, the devourer of worlds. Kinda like Galactus, but instead of chomping on planets, he eats the multiverse. And there goes his
Yeah.
head.
The scythe is easily the most powerful tool in her arsenal.
This scythe
in effect,
is super
attaining it
strong.
completed Buffy, as though it were a piece of her she never knew was missing. With the scythe, Buffy was finally whole. being the Slayer was no longer a burden, but a purpose.
And by sharing her Slayer powers with thousands of girls around the world, they all teamed up and kicked the first evil's ass.
Suddenly, the always isolated Buffy had thousands of shoulders to lean on, a sisterhood of Slayers.
And thousands more reasons for any wannabe demon conqueror to stay away from Earth. Because unless you want to get your blood all over her stylish yet affordable boots, you'll steer clear of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay.
All right, the combatants are set, and we run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a live-action death battle!
True. Okay. This is interesting. They never brought up Kamazans. Like, is that how you pronounce the name? I might be wrong. Which is, like, I think it was a demon who helps the Slayers. Which pretty much means Buffy should get Kamazans. But that means Kamazans like, would be pretty much vulnerable to a lot of Blade's weapons. So, the G1 blog mentioned it, so I thought she was going to get it, but I guess not. I didn't even see it in the box. Okay, so, like, the main thing I'm thinking about is they said that when Blade drank Dracula's blood, he was able to like go inside of a lot of people and like explode them. But Buffy has shown resistance into possession, like things try to possess her. So I don't know if that's possession's gonna work on her. A lot of her things like is being scaled to other characters who survive continent. Like continent explosion, like destruction of London. Pretty sure I didn't hear that much, but I'm pretty sure they said that Blade was capable of stuff like from like Spider-Man's feet in the Harlem, like, and I think I saw a black box like mentioning Insomniac Miles again. She seems to have a better weapon. Like Buffy seems to have the better weapon, in my opinion. Like, I don't know if the breathing gun would work on her. I'm not too sure. Probably could. I don't know if it'll kill her. I think she'll be fine. Man, this is tough. I didn't pay attention that much. Unless they made it super brief on the winner. But based on what feats they have, they seem to mention a lot of Buffy's feats to cancel out a lot of Blade's abilities. Which makes me think she's going to win. I think she might win. Like, I think Buffy might take this in the bag. With the experience of past Slayers, she might have. Like, I think she might take experience. She seems to have the stronger weaponry. I don't know if she's physically stronger than Blade. I think they mentioned some light speed feats. Then again, I might have missed it. There might have not been one at all. But okay, if Blade wins, I wouldn't be mad about it because I want Blade to win. Like, I know Blade more than Buffy, but I wouldn't mind seeing Buffy win it. Like, so I'm rooting for Blade, but probably betting on Buffy to take this win. So let's just watch this fight. Okay, here we go. They filmed it at Disco Pussy, Las Vegas. This is literally the name. The club. Okay. Oh. Uh-oh. There she is. Interesting start. It's a lot of vampires. I don't know if that's like again, I'm just watching season 1, so I might be super wrong. I think that's the Mr. R farmer. Oh yeah, that's it.
Long before they had a name for kings. But now, starved, hunted, forgotten.
These two definitely stand out.
Long enough. Tonight, we remember who we were. Tonight, we take back what was always ours. Tonight,
What is this? This is really good.
feast.
Daywalker.
And she. That's just the start.
Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, now it starts. Oh, that's really cool. The DJ. Okay. He's still it's not fighting, but yeah, this art form blade. Oh my goodness. A lot of slow-mo points for Buffy. Uh-oh. Nice. They're still not fighting, by the way. This definitely stands out from the rest of the Death Vows. Okay. Oh, he just accepted his fate. Okay. I think it starts now. Oh. Oh, okay. I see where the conflict starts. Oh.
Wait!
Okay. Now the fight starts. That's an interesting. Okay.
Shoot's just a kid!
Not anymore.
Yeah. You're gonna need to do more than that, Buffy. Okay. Now the fight starts. Okay. Oh. Oh, there's a stake. Oh, you should have done that.
Your damn mind.
Okay. Oh. 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 Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh. That hurts. This is like watching a movie.
Amateur hour.
There's always some motherfucker trying to ice skate uphill.
He said it. He said it. Freaking ad. Sorry.
Amateur
Need to
hour.
repeat this.
There's always some motherfucker trying to ice skate uphill.
Okay. Or glasses. It's intense. I don't know who's gonna take this win. Oh, that hurts. Right side. Uh-oh. She's wounded a lot. I think that's the adamantium. Oh, she is not looking too well.
Another sword.
I see you cut through adamantium.
Okay. Oh. This is a really long fight. Oh. Oh no. This is it? No. Oh. Oh. That's a head decapitation.
It's like you got ahead of yourself.
Oh goodness.
Blade tenued no longer.
Oh my
I'm surprised.
gosh.
I figured with Blade's many years of comic book history, he'd have the edge.
Believe it or not, Buffy is
Yeah.
actually in more comics
Oh
than
my
Blade.
goodness.
Really? Man, Blade can't catch a break.
Let's break this down into 4 categories. First up,
Okay.
stats. Buffy's lifted much heavier things and survived more significant explosions.
Yeah,
Blade,
that's
sure,
kind of
Blade's
thinking.
strong and all, but he isn't literally fucking buildings apart like Buffy.
Scaling to the monsters they fought,
Yep.
compare Dracula creating a storm that covered Boston to the Sorrow Demon creating a storm that covered Los Angeles. A city over 5 times larger. You might be
Okay.
able to compare Blade to Spider-Man
Oh,
like
that's the
Miles,
Spider-Man
who absorbed a
feat.
bomb that could blow up Harlem, but that's significantly weaker than Whistler containing a blast
Yeah,
that
that's
could
like-
wipe out London. They could both dodge light beams, but that doesn't keep Buffy from taking the overall edge in stats.
Yep. Okay,
Blade
physical
seems to
stats
be
is
the odd man out,
Buffy.
though, so his versatility is just as important.
With Blade's numerous powers and massive arsenal, he certainly
I
could
don't
have
know if he thinks
overwhelmed
this.
the more straightforward Buffy.
Machine guns and magic swords are generally gonna beat out crossbows and morning stars. Not to mention,
But-
he actually wears armor.
Also, Blade's faster healing
But
factor
Buffy
and immunity
is,
to traditional vampire weaknesses kept Buffy on the back foot for a time. Blade wins versatility.
Okay,
When it
fair
comes
enough.
to skill, Buffy's got plenty of experience
Okay,
fighting
that's
hard
where
opponents
probably
barehanded.
Both
she
of them
thinks
were
it.
masters of a similar number of martial arts.
And Blade has been kicking vampire ass for a century, way longer than Buffy's even been
Mm-hmm.
alive.
While Blade may have more personal experience, Buffy's ability to draw on Slayer battles dating back to the Stone Age, at least 40 times older than Blade, gives her the superior skill. Even then,
Okay.
they both had weapons and abilities so powerful
this is the
they
most
could
important
end
one.
the fight instantly, regardless of all else.
They're trump cards. Fortunately for Buffy, she actually countered almost all of what Blade could throw at her.
Yeah,
Withstanding
that's
Blade
what I
draining her
picked up
energy
on.
with his bite? Check.
Resisting the Hellfire shotgun destroying her soul. Check.
Preventing Blade turning to mist and exploding her from the inside out? Check.
Meanwhile, Blade had no way to survive, say, Buffy's Gorgon venom turning him to stone.
And even with the deadly and just plain gross breathing gun, Blade did not have anything as potent as the Slayer sight. It could easily deflect the breathing gun's bullets back at him, or use its space-cutting ability to slice through his unbreakable adamantium sword.
Don't
really
believe
strong.
us? Even Wolverine's adamantium skeleton was cut in half when a portal closed on top of him. That's the same kind of thing.
And Wolverine's beta adamantium
Oh, yep.
skeleton is a much tougher version of the same metal.
Oh, and since the Scythe could kill Silas, a multiverse devouring god, I think
Should've
you
known
take down
probably.
Blade with a big enough swing.
Giving Buffy the final advantage
Okay.
over the Daywalker.
Really thought Blade had a
was
chance,
great.
but Buffy sure put a damn fear on things.
The winner is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay.
Next time on
This is the next time. Okay, let's see this.
Slayer.
Next time on Death Battle.
What? Dante?
Subscribe and join as a member to see
Whoa.
more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Wait, Dante versus Clyde? That's not what I expected at all. Interesting. Okay, so I just finally a Final Fantasy matchup that isn't the 7th one. Like, don't get me wrong, I know that Final Fantasy 7 is a great game, but there's so many characters. Personally, I would like to see Squall, but like Clive is a pretty good choice. Dante versus Clive, I've never seen this matchup pop up before, and it's honestly interesting. I guess that counts as another Demon Slayer, right? Interesting. I'm really looking forward to this one because I didn't expect this one. I wonder if this is the Torian one. It'd be pretty cool to see Torian animate another Devil May Cry fight. And I don't know that much about Final Fantasy 16, but I heard some great stuff about it. But so yeah, anyway, really interesting. Probably gonna do more research on that one. But let me just talk about this episode. This episode is pretty amazing. Like, Buffy Analysis did pretty much cover what needed to be covered. Like, it covered pretty much everything about the characters, like the medias they insisted on, the weaponry. Like, I don't really see that a big problem. The fight itself is, again, like watching a freaking movie. Like, I don't know how long that fight is. Let me check. It had a very long start. It had a very long start. It's honestly one of the, I don't think it should be a surprise that I think that this is the best live action episode they've done. Because I really like, there's an actual plot here. Like, they really show you the plot, like the story. And that's really cool to see. They don't really usually make that much of a long intro. The one I can think of is like Kratos vs. Astra with a long intro. But I think that might be the longest one. And the choreography is really well done. I just noticed there's a lot of slow-mo stuff for Buffy, like before they fight. But I have no problem with that. Like, I think they handled both characters really well. I love how Blade, like pretty much Blade, or like shoots people without even looking at them. He set the line, and which is really great. And the fun at the end, like with Buffy, was just, just like really, just perfect. And I think the conclusion was really well put. I honestly agree with everything they did. So, they, I think it's going to be it. I still can't get over how well they've done it. Like, I know they were doing good. Like, I know they were gonna do great with this one. I just didn't think they would step it up from the previous two. Like, it shows how much Ismog really changed a lot, and that wow, and that's pretty. So that's going to be it for today's video. Um, Maybe you'll see a video of me talking about more Dead Well, like maybe ranking some stuff, or even like just pitching ideas to you guys. But I'm gonna go sleep. Probably not, because I'm still probably gonna edit this video. And thanks for watching. See you later. Bye bye.